Hello my lovelies, how are you today? So great of you to come along with me on this video. I have got a really exciting topic for you today. It is the month of Elul. It is the sign of Virgo, and this is one of my favorite months of the year. I mean, I definitely have something I love about all the different months of the year, but this is really special because I actually got married in the month of Elul. So that is why it has extra meaning to me. But the reason we chose Elul specifically was because this is such an amazing time to really connect with the great energy around you and really just lift your soul as high as it will go before the new year begins, as Elul is the last month of the Jewish calendar. So as always, I've done a little bit of my research, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Elul, a little bit about Virgo, and what is going to inspire my colours for my eye look today. As you can probably tell, my skin's already done. Got a bit of mascara on too, but that won't get in the way. But we will definitely get into a very exciting eye look in just a moment. The research part of this video. So it is the 12th month of the Jewish calendar, and it connects the past year to the new year that's coming next month. This is the month of repentance, of mercy, and of forgiveness. It is said that the king is in the field during Elul, which means that everything is so much more available to us. Good energy, good connection, higher aspiration is all available to us during this month. Elul is named such as from an acronym from the Song of Songs. I am to my beloved, and my beloved is to me. And this can be a reason why people like to get married in Elul, but it's also because it's when the energy is the most available to us, and we can connect to it, and we can tap into that love and tap into that spirit and make the most of the spiritual side of us. As we spoke about in the previous video, Elul follows two very tragic months that definitely have highs but have very low lows. And this is the first time we can really rejoice and really tap into positivity and into good deeds and goodwill and just loving each other. And as always, I have found a connection between the Hebrew month and the star sign. It's very easy to do, really. The more I do this series, the more I actually really enjoy how much they are very similar. So with Virgo, it's a very unique sign. It's one of the only ones that isn't an animal as its symbol. It is a person, and that speaks really highly to me. And Virgo is an earth sign. Again, we just spoke about the king is in the field, and Virgo is often symbolized as a woman holding wheat, and you know, that's very connected too. As we give back to the earth and give back to each other and try and elevate ourselves, such is the Virgo, being connected to the earth. The colours of Virgo are white, indigo and soft primary colours, and so that's what I'll be using for my inspiration for the eye look. And I think that it actually really does suit Elul really perfectly to go with those colours. We'll see if we can introduce a little bit of yellow and a little bit of those earth tones as we develop the look. I'm actually going to start with a soft yellow as my blending colour. Look how beautiful this is. It's kind of looking a bit cream on the camera at the moment, but it's just this beautiful neutral kind of yellow, very soft, a little bit like a dandelion sort of colour. Looking very pretty all over the lid. I'm going to jump right into a really dark blue. For the indigo part of it, I want it to really look blue, not navy, but just be dark enough that it's not a royal blue either. I've chosen a little blending brush to work with for this one, just because I'm a bit worried about how dark the colour is, so I like a little bit more control. So we're going to go with this beautiful colour here. See how it's just a bit deeper than a royal blue, but not quite navy. So we're just going to put that right into the crease. I'm going to go back in with the same brush and the same colour and just create the outer V of the eyelid, just in that outer corner there. It's going to go in with a beautiful bright blue there and just blend it into the middle third of the eyelid. How beautiful is that graduated blue look? So it still looks like a deeper blue, but because I've just introduced a very small section of the lighter blue and blended it all together by using small swirling kind of motions, it just gives it that really beautiful graduated look, which really helps to elongate the eye into that cat shape. It's really, really pretty. So for the inner third, it'll actually be almost an inner half, I want to use the most white that I can find, and I wouldn't mind a little bit of shimmer, but we might need to layer to achieve that. So in with a really bright white eyeshadow. I'm pretty happy with that white, but I don't like how it's transitioning at the moment, so I'm going to go back in with that beautiful blue, the medium blue that we use, and just try and blend it a little bit better. While we're there, I'm going to use a little bit of highlighter and just fill in that inner corner just to make it a little bit more shiny. I think we need to finish off the lower lid with some inner watercolor white, just to really brighten up this already very bright, shiny look. Dipping back into my highlighter for the brow bone color. I'm going to use a very small, very flat angled brush like this and go in with a very pretty yellow, a little bit more subtle but also a tiny bit brighter than the first yellow I used, and just go on the lower lash line, starting where the highlighter stopped. That beautiful shade of yellow has a slight shimmer to it, whereas the previous was a matte, and it's just got a little bit more pigment to it as well, and perhaps less peachy and a little bit more yellow. So I really, really enjoyed having that one on my lower lash line, but because of where they're placed, they actually look like they're the same colour, and that's what I was hoping for. Very, very pretty so far. Now I've got to finish off with a gorgeous blue liner, and this is always that moment where I have a bit of an internal fight because I've got so many blue eye products. I love the colour blue. My favourite is purple, but I just don't wear it on the eye as much. I'm more leaning towards blues and greens. So I've got this idea where I could probably ombre the blues on my lid to complement the lighter and darker component. And I've done it before, and I really, really think that this is going to look so stunning with that idea. The only difference is I'm going to do just a light blue and a navy, and I'm going to complement it with the lower lid as well in a navy. So as you can see, so far I've taken it to halfway across the eye, and now we can complement the rest of the way with this beautiful colour here. And there we are. Very, very, very happy with how that worked out. It's so subtle and yet so very effective at the same time. And the only thing I haven't done on the face is some highlight. I've been holding it the entire time, but we're just going to finish off with a little bit of highlighting and uplifting just to really complement the way that eye look is lifted. Very sort of 70s kind of inspired line there, just the way it happened today. And we're just going to continue on with the same direction with the highlighter. How pretty is that highlighter? I've just put a little bit on my lips as well because I really do like a powder base for my lip gloss. I would normally do bronzer on my lips if I'm doing a lipstick, as you guys already know, but I'm just going to go with a beautiful glistening, glittery sheer, very, very sheer pink lip gloss, and so that's why I chose a lighter colour. And there we have it. That is our look for Elul and for Virgo. Oh, just so happy. And I've used a cream foundation today. It's really fun to see how it settles on the skin, and today is really, really lovely. So I can only put that down to the fact that I do just very regularly take care of my skin and put really good products on it, and then the makeup sits on it really well. Alright my lovelies, thank you so much for coming along on this journey for me. I love doing these informative videos because it gives me an opportunity to do some learning myself before I pass it on to all of you, and I hope you did enjoy to learn a little bit about Elul and Virgo and come along as we created the look that represents it and reflects it a little. Have a lovely month of Elul, have a lovely day wherever you are. I do hope you get a moment to hit the like and maybe leave a comment. If you can, subscribe. Come on over to Instagram. I'm there very often and posting things about just daily stuff. So it'd be lovely to have you over there too. Can't wait to hear what you thought, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!